And then you'll see a chord here that perhaps we haven't talked about, but it's going to be very easy to play if you just look at it like this. G/B simply means it's a G triad with the B in the bass, and the B is simply the third of the chord. So you can play that chord simply by going like this. Right? So here's a G major triad, and here's the B in the bass. Okay, so that's going to be how we're going to play this chord right here. It's kind of close to this form, but I'm putting the third in the bass here instead of the root. Okay, so that'll sound nice. In that example. So it's going to kind of get this sort of typical police effect by using a combination of muted rhythm guitar sounds and then hitting some of the notes to let them ring stronger. So we might do something like this. Right? So you get a little bit of the chunkiness of the bottom of the chord and then the brighter sound of the top of the chord. That's a nice effect, right? So that's the way I'm going to play the rhythm on this song to make that Andy Summers kind of guitar style. Sometimes I'm breaking up the notes, right? When I get to the B section, I'm going to really tighten up. Actually. Now on that A5 add 2, I want you to do this other little trick that I showed you. Do that little trick. So we're going to have next line, and then we use a G over B like this. In this case, I want you to arpeggiate all the chords. I want you to literally go. And I noticed that sometimes I wrote the chords as Add9. Add9 and Add 2 are the same thing. I wasn't consistent there. I want to point that out. Okay, but Add9, the 9 is the same as the 2, so that's all I'm trying to say there. Okay, so let's see what it sounds like when you put it all together. Kind of fast, and a lot of the police tunes had a nice, bright, up-tempo kind of thing. So listen to what I'm going to do here with these chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what? Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to change what I suggested for the rhythm. Because the rhythm of the guitar, of the bass, is boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to suggest to kind of lock into that a little bit more. So I'll do it like that. Okay, I think that sounds better. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This time, okay, check it out. Okay, pack your rhythm now here. my sequencer. Okay? Already starts to sound pretty full, doesn't it? I like that. I'm going to add something on top now. Make that work now. All right, I've got that part in there. Pretty cool, huh? If you wanted to just keep a straight rhythm guitar part, you can just simply play power chords now. Or you can hit big chords like this. Okay, so you can see how much fun we're having with just basic triad chords with added notes to the chords. In this case, the second degree of the chord adds a lot of color without really making it sound like a jazz chord. That's what's so fun about these chords, is they're interesting, but they're still basic in color, but they just have another shade in there with that Add9. Okay, so that was the basis for a lot of great music from the 80s and beyond. And we're very used to those chord sounds now. And I want you to start thinking about going back to some of those open position chords that we had in the first few lessons and trying to make some of those add two chords. Like you could take a basic chord like a C chord here and say, how can I make that an add two? Very simple. Just take the third out of it. Now you have C5 add two, or C major add two. If you wanted to take the A chord like we just did here, release this third, get rid of the third and add the two. Take the E chord, open E. You want to add the second degree, do it like this. In this case, it's E major add two. If you wanted to make it just E add two, you have to get rid of the third altogether, and then you'd have basically this. So there's all kinds of possibilities, even with the major chords that you've got there. All right, so practice that progression. Try it in a variety of different rhythm guitar grooves to try to make it interesting, okay? You can try it real sparse, like that. Right? So I'm going to leave you with this one, and I'm going to see you next lesson. Okay, talk to you soon. Dave Hill checking out. 2, 3, 4.